What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I just had an order come in from Fragrance Buy. I picked up all three versions of Paco Rabanne Phantom. Now, I didn't grab the original. I grabbed the Legion limited edition bottle because they had a tester for a good price, and it's literally, see how it says collector's edition? It's Phantom with just a little custom camo print. It's the regular one. It's the same fragrance. And then I have the new Eau de Parfum Intense, the newest release, as well as a bottle, a tester bottle, of the Parfum. So I have all three. I've smelled the original one time on a decant a few years ago when it first came out. I don't even remember it, and I've never smelled the other two. So we're going to do a little bit of a versus kind of thing here. No, it's not going to cover performance. I'm just going off of how they smell. And we're going to see which one I think smells the best. So stay tuned. Slide the sleeve up because we're going to be going on skin. And we might as well start with the original's DNA, right? So the corny, cheesy robot bottle. But this one in particular has camo. That makes it better, right? Kind of, sort of. So it's a gimmick bottle, I gotta say. It makes it unique. So, oh, I forgot there's like some Bluetooth thing for it or something like that. It's weird. Sweet but earthy. Give it a spray. It's a good atomizer. Gotta say, it is a good atomizer. So a little sweet but earthy out in the air is what I got. Let's see what we get directly off of skin here. Yeah, sweet, earthy, citric, aromatic, a little spiced. Dark elements. Smoky, earthy, dirty, weird. Now it's coming back to me from when I smelled it the first time. I thought it was a weird, sweet fragrance. That's what it is now. It doesn't remind me of anything specific. So you got to give it to them there. It's not crazy redundant to a bunch of other things. It's kind of unique. And for a Paco Rabanne designer fragrance, it's kind of impressive for them. It doesn't move me, but it does smell good. Again, a little bit of citrus. It's earthy, darker elements to it, a little smoked, kind of spicy, but more aromatics. Like I get this like soapy feel to it with citrus, but it's also, like it's a dichotomous blend of, it's like a tale of two fragrances, I guess would be the best way to put it. Because it's a citrus aromatic meets an earthy, kind of resinous fragrance. It's with some sweetness tied in there. It's kind of weird, but it works. It smells good, you know. It's not my favorite Paco Rabanne fragrance. Like, I like a lot of 1 million fragrances. Of course, I love the Invictus line, but it's getting a little bit more earthy. It's a strange one. Let's pull up the notes. Let's cross-reference and see. It's got to be all those things. Let's pull up the notes.
A few minutes later.
Okay, according to Parfumo, 5.5 out of 10 with 658 ratings. So, a lot of people don't care for this fragrance. It's split. It's literally a 5.5 with mid 600 ratings. Hundreds of people have rated this on Parfumo. Sweet, synthetic, fruity, fresh citrus. Why does it not say earthy? I get earthy here. So, fruity notes, rhubarb, vanilla absolute, clary sage, Italian lemon zest, lavender absolute, Indonesian patchouli, Haitian vetiver. I get kind of this resinous, kind of smoky feel. The earthiness, I guess, is the patchouli more than anything else, because Haitian vetiver's typically on the fresher side. Yeah, it's a little dirty and earthy. I get the aromatic, like the lavender and the sage. That makes sense. Fruity notes and vanilla give me the sweetness. The rhubarb must be that odd note that I can't pick up because there's kind of a different tone to the citrus. Like I wouldn't have guessed it was lemon zest specifically, but there is a citrusy kind of juiciness to it, if you will. Vanilla's starting to set in and it's getting a little powdery. It's not bad. It's not mind-blowing, but it's not a bad fragrance. If I'm giving this one a rating just on, the smell alone, it's like a 7 out of 10. Very good. Nothing special here. But points in its favor is kind of unique. Kind of unique for a Paco Rabanne sweet fragrance. Of course, it's a sweet fragrance. It's Paco Rabanne. I like it. I don't love it. I don't think it's a bad fragrance. I think it's a slightly unique twist on what sweet designer can be. And I'm curious to see how it evolves in this line. So, Paco Rabanne Phantom, the original, in the limited edition collector bottle, the Legion bottle. I think it's a 7 out of 10. Okay. Let's bust this 50 ml of the Parfum open. The matte black bottle. Honestly, I think the matte black looks better. Now, I don't recall looking at the notes on this. I don't know. I looked at the intense notes not long ago. I want to say it's more of an aromatic with some greens and stuff, because we did a split screen with iFragrance when it first got announced. I don't remember specifically, but we're going to go under on the forearm here. Give it 2 sprays technically. Wave some of this alcohol off. I'm hoping for better than the first one, because the first one's not bad, but I don't see myself wanting to reach for it all the time, or like gravitating to it. This one's a little bit more on the spice, and this one's more of a resinous feel. There's something weird about it, though. And I don't mean bad when I say weird, but something different. I can't tell what it is, but there's something distinctive. There's a sweetness that I'm not familiar with. I don't know. It's strange, or kind of funny, actually, that this doesn't smell all that much like the first one. Like, there's elements of it, but I think this is a darker fragrance, as I guess it's supposed to be with a black bottle, and it's a Parfum, so it's a heavier oil. I guess they made some heavier notes here as well, because it does. There's an underlying sweetness that I can't quite pinpoint what it is. I feel like the citrus is lost on this one. I don't get loads of aromatics. It doesn't have that soapiness to it anymore. It's a little more resinous, more than anything else. It's not as earthy, or like dirty, if you will, when I say earthy, but it's still darker. So it kind of comes across like it's a more dark resin. I don't know. I do like it better. Not a whole lot better, but I do like it better. Let's see what these notes are. We're going to cross-reference.
12 seconds later.
Okay, this one got a little bit higher rating, 6.4 out of 10 with 96 ratings. Sweet, spicy, synthetic, fruity, woody. Okay, let's see. Rhubarb, bergamot, and lemon. So the citrus is kind of lost on me. I don't get much citrus here. Still maintains the rhubarb and the lemon, but we have cardamom. So there's that spice. Cedarwood, geranium, lavender, patchouli. So we have a woody note added besides the vetiver that's in the base, vanilla, and tolu balm. So tolu balsam. Typically that adds a creaminess. I could see that. It is a little bit creamier. I wouldn't call it a super creamy fragrance. Like, it's not listed on the 5 main accords because I wouldn't call it a very creamy fragrance, but a little bit of creamy nuance. Okay, I'm with it. Not a whole lot's changed. Geranium instead of sage. Cardamom got added to the fold. Bergamot got added to the fold. Still have patchouli, vetiver, and cedarwood got added. So vetiver and cedarwood. So maybe it's just the way the cedarwood comes across with the tolu balsam. It's adding this darker, and I could have swore it was like a more resinous smell. The first one had a little bit of a smoky nuance going, where I don't really get a smoky nuance this in the Parfum. I could see it being more woody dominant. I like it more. Not a lot more, though. I think this one's a 7.5 out of 10. Still very good. Nothing crazy groundbreaking, but not like a bunch of other things either. So it's unique, again, but not special. I could see why this is a polarizing line for people, and the ratings aren't anything special on the internet. I'm kind of agree, well, not completely agree, because I am rating it higher than the consensus is on these Parfuma ratings, but not much more, not much higher. Like, I respect the uniqueness is what it comes down to. I do like this one more, though. This one I gravitate to a bit more. So for Paco Rabanne Phantom Parfum, this one's a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, the new Intense. This is the newest release. Just came out. Let's see what's shaking, pork chops and bacon, you know? So I know this is going to be the best looking bottle because it's got a blue gradients to it. That I do know. Oh yeah, this is nice. So the light's not coming through to where you can see it as easily as I can. Get that focus to rein in. But if the light was coming through, you could see it better because it's coming through to me, and it starts about here. It starts getting blue. This is the best looking bottle of the three. Let's see what we got going here. Great, they do have great atomizers on these gimmick bottles, gotta say. I'm hoping this is the best of the bunch. I want this to be the best of the bunch. 'Cause so far, I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just not impressed. They're nice. They're just not, like, this is so far my least favorite line from Paco Rabanne. Not bad. They're not bad fragrances. They're just not like, these are the ones. This one's a little different. What is that? So, very aromatic. This dials up the aromatic notes. The citrus is more alive. This is a more vibrant fragrance. It's not as heavy as the first two. It's more vibrant, a bit more airy. Still deep. Still has a strong, pretty dense smell to it, but this is better. I get a lot more citrus. I get the woody notes that are passing over from the Parfum. This one's the best of the three. To me, this is my favorite of the three. I haven't sprayed anything yet tonight. I'm just going to do 2 sprays, one on each side. Yeah, this is my favorite of the three. So I took my shower and everything already. I just hadn't sprayed anything yet. Yeah, the citrus is taking hold. I'm going to say the aromatics here are a bit more lively. I'm curious to see what the notes are on here. Let's cross-reference.
10 seconds later.
So, only 3 ratings so far, but 8.2 out of 10. Sweet, woody, oriental, gourmand, creamy. So we got cardamom and cedar wood that carried over. Lavender and lemon carried over. We got clary sage back. Orange blossom, rum absolute, and vanilla. So this is a much more alive scent profile. It's uplifting. It's got more going on quickly. It's not as heavy and kind of dreary. The other two are a little dreary. They're not bad fragrances. I'm going to give them a run. I might end up falling in love with them after I give them a couple wears. I don't know. Because I do like them. 7 and 7.5. But the Intense, this is the best of the bunch in my opinion. That rum gives it a sweetness. It's more of a sugary smell than it is a heavily boozed smell. It's like a warm, sugary sweetness, but it's dialed back. It's reeled back in by the cedar and the lavender, and then the bit of citrus that's in here, that lemon, really works for this one. This one's the best of the bunch, easily. I quite like this one. This one's an 8.5 out of 10. This one's great. This is the one. I mean, hell, I went ahead and sprayed it on as my scent of the evening because I really like the opening blast of this one. And I have a feeling this should, I mean, most fragrances get better as they dry. Have a feeling this is going to be the case. Yeah, this is the one. Now, none of them are appropriate for summer, in my opinion. I think this one would work well in summer evenings. I think all 3 of them would work well summer evenings, honestly. But early spring, when it's still kind of crisp, depending on your area, and then fall going into winter, I think is where all 3 of these will shine. But I think this one you can get away with in the evenings year-round for sure. Daytime, in the summer, might be a little much, might get cloying. But this is the one that I think has the best shot. None of these are summer appropriate in my opinion, but I think this would have the best shot. So again, the original Phantom in the Legion limited edition collector's bottle, 7. The Parfum, 7.5, a little bit better. Then the newest one, Intense, best of the bunch in my opinion, 8.5 out of 10. So if I'm recommending one, it's definitely the newest one. This is the one I would suggest getting your nose on. And look, if you tried these and were just like, man, I really wanted to like the Parfum, I still don't like the Parfum, even though I couldn't stand the original, whatever the case, maybe give this one a go. If you like either of the other two or both, definitely give this a go. Because I think it's a great evolution that's not too redundant, while still they all tie into one another, but they're not so redundant that you can't have all three. Yeah, that's so good. It's a little boozy, but I think the rum offers more of a sugary tone than anything else. I don't think it's necessarily any sweeter than the others, maybe a little bit sweeter than the others, but again, not the sweetest of the Paco Rabanne fragrances by far. I mean, Paco Rabanne, they do sweet. It's what they like to do. But for me, my money is on the intense. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you tried all three, and what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you disagree? Are you a big fan of the original? Is it your favorite? Go figure, my least favorite of the three is the biggest bottle. That's okay, though. I'm going to give them a shot. You can't really judge and have a final verdict on a fragrance from one spray. You just can't. You got to give it some opportunity, give it some chances, unless it just does not work for you up front and you're just like, ugh. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to keep giving that one chances. But stuff like this where it's like, yeah, they smell pretty good. They have some charm to them. Give them some more opportunity. They may grow on you. And I have a feeling that's going to be the case with all three of these. And I really like this one from the start. So until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the three versions that are available at the recording of this video of Phantom and you give them a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.